Hello everyone, I'm back for another episode. And if you're new here, my name is Shola and I am the founder of Activate Her Purpose. And Activate Her Purpose empowers women to step boldly into our calling, embrace our gifts, and live the life that we are meant to live with confidence. Yes. Thank you so much for those who watched last week's video. And I did say I took a hiatus, but I'm back and I thank you for all the engagement in the comments. Today's topic is going to be something that we all are very familiar with. And when you hear the word success, what comes to mind? What comes to mind when you hear that word? So many emotions go along with that. But for most people, it's really career titles, salaries, money. Sometimes it's status and material things. But guess what? You can have all of those things and still feel very, very empty. So success really sometimes is not defined by those things. So today I want to dig deeper and talk about some of the ways that we can redefine success. So sit back, let's get into this topic and talk about redefining success, especially as women. Okay, point number one, let's embrace wholeness over hustle. And I know we all use the word hustle, our side hustle and all of that. Decided to look up that word. What does hustle really mean? And one of the definitions took me aback. It says hustle is the forceful activity and persuasion of something. I don't know if that's really what I want to be doing, forcefully engaging in activities and persuasion, even though I really know what we mean when we say hustle. But embracing even the word wholeness makes it feel more wholesome. It makes what we do and the busyness, and another definition talks about just the busyness. And we live in a culture that celebrates busyness. Let's not lie. We celebrate when our calendars are packed, we're booked and busy, our to-do list is long, people, are calling us. We assume that we've attained a level of success. But busyness really does not always equal purpose. If we really look deep down, real success is about wholeness. It's about, am I really aligned with the values that I am wanting to achieve? Do I feel peace while I'm chasing my goals? Success is not burning ourselves out every day, every week, every year, just to prove our worth. That's not real success. It really isn't. Even though, on the outside it looks like you're achieving. On social media, we got everything. And I'm saying that this as I'm, creating a YouTube video. However, what we're doing, let it be authentically what we want to do, not because of what other people are doing. Are we finding joy in the process? Is it just about the end goal, or are we enjoying the process that we're getting to that goal? This is not success. And sometimes it's all smoke and mirrors if we don't really dig deep and understand what success really means to us and just redefining it on our own terms. In Deuteronomy 28:12, that God blesses the works of our hands. And there's just a sense of wholeness and peace when you know that God is really blessing the things that you are doing with your hands, and you don't feel like everything has to be a certain way, or I'm just competing against a goal and things like that. And you just enjoy the work that you do, and you know that there's an assignment on your life. and you want to make sure that whatever you're doing is blessed and you're at peace with it. And that's where we want to be when it comes to success and redefining what success means to us. Number 2, relationships are very much so part of our success story. And we need to invest time, effort, and even in this world and in our lives that have been so busy, especially when we're being pulled in every direction, we tend to forget about the relationships that matter the most. So I feel that we need to make sure that we're investing in the people in our lives. If you think about it, at the end of your life, are you going to care more about how much money you have in your bank account? Or are you going to care about the people in your life that have supported you along the way, who have walked with you through ups and downs of life? True wealth is the relationships that we keep and maintain and foster and nurture. In the family bonds, during the holidays, or people that you love. Because when love is present, life is so much richer. So let's continue to foster our relationships, to spend time, even in the times that we feel that we're so busy, we don't have time to catch up. Schedule those times on your calendar, catch up with your loved ones, and make time for the people that are in your life, because true wealth of our lives is found in the relationships that we nurture. With our families, with our spouses, they need us. They need us to invest time in them. Sometimes we need to just put the phone down and have a conversation with our families, with our children, with our spouses. That kind of currency is priceless. Number 3, let's start embracing our purpose over titles, over positions. And because these titles really they come and go, they can be taken away, jobs change, money can come and go, and we know that, especially in this economy. But living in your purpose, nobody can take that from you. That's where the secret sauce is, and that's where our lives begin to have meaning. When you're living in a way that you know that God has placed something in you that no one can take away, that is where real success happens. And it's not temporary. It might happen, earlier in life or midway through our lives. We know that some people start very early with the purposes in their lives. We see young kids living in their full potential and purpose in their gifts and talents. And they're serving themselves, they're serving others, and making a difference in the world that they live in. And no matter how big or how small we perceive this purpose to be, that is real success. Your purpose is definitely bigger than the titles that you carry, or even sometimes our career paths. That, and even the money in our bank accounts. Purpose has a deeper sense of joy that brings to us active engagement in who we are meant to be in this world. And we all know the quote that says, when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And that is so true. There's some things that you do that they don't even have to pay you, and you will do it from morning till night and not complain one bit. So everyone, whether they realize it or not, are on this journey looking for the thing that they have been placed in this earth to do. And that is really the purpose of our life. That's our life work. And some people find it, like I said, at an early stage, and some people find it they're older in life. But when you find it, you know that this is it. This is where I need to be. A lot of people who find their purpose when they are younger, they just have the audacity to believe. They take steps of faith, and they move intentionally and strategically towards the life work that God has put in them, and they just live a fulfilled life. And that is really should be one of the goals of our lives, or the main goal is success should be wrapped around our purpose. And let's continue to do that, especially as women, especially even what I said in the last video, especially when we start having time. Let's begin to dream and take active steps towards our purpose over positions and titles. Number 4, freedom is absolutely a currency in this world. Our freedom carries weight. You know, we've heard about financial freedom, we've heard about physical freedom, we've heard about freedom, and here's something we don't talk about enough. Freedom really is a form of wealth, and the freedom to rest when we need to rest is absolutely crucial. The freedom to say no without feeling guilty about it. The freedom to create, to travel, to spend time with our loved ones. Having that freedom is absolutely a form of currency, and we should embrace it with our full chest. If your money and career don't give you freedom that you desire, you are really living below the success level that you need to be living. Let's embrace freedom. Let's understand that that's a form of our success. People love what they do. They love their careers. They love their businesses. They love the people that they engage in, their coaches, they're living life to the fullness. Success is when your life gives you space to breathe. When your life gives you space to dream and to choose what you want to do. So freedom doesn't necessarily mean nothing and sitting back on the couch and putting your feet up. No, I'm talking about the freedom that gives you the space to live the way you would love to live on your own terms. You know, even when you have the work that you're doing, or your careers, or your businesses that you know you have to do. Obviously, we all have to work, but even in the space of your day, you have something that you do and you can look to, and you have the freedom to do it without feeling a sense of limitation. That is where success begins. And the more that you can do that, the more successful you are. That's one of the things that I'm redefining my success story is how free am I to do the things that I love to do and to live the life that I want to live with confidence. Last but not the least is peace of mind being our ultimate goal to success. And this is one that can be easily overlooked because we're busy. We're booked and busy. We're doing things. We're achieving goals. But are we achieving those goals with the peace of mind that we need attached to it? Success is not how others see us. It's really how we see ourselves. How it feels on the inside when no one is watching. When we've done all the things and we go home, and at night we're faced with ourselves and with our God. Are we at peace with ourselves? That is where true success really is measured. And we've seen how, the lack of peace can really disrupt our days, our lives, and the people around us. So let's be intentional about wanting to make sure that even in our busyness, even in our success or chasing of success, we make sure that peace, the peace of mind, inner peace is absolutely part of our criteria to measure success. When we are going to bed with gratitude, we're thinking even about the things that we believe are little or small or insignificant, being grateful, understanding that you are living in someone else's prayer right now, and you do not need validation from anyone in order to measure the success, what success means to you. When our soul is at rest, you are already winning. One of my favorite Bible verses of all time is, "Be still and know that I am God." And that's Psalm 46:10. And I love that verse because it reminds us that true strength is found not in the constant striving and hustling and bustling of life, but it's found in stillness, really. When we pause, when we make space to recognize God's sovereignty and trust Him that everything that we're doing, that He's blessing the works of our hands, that He's covering us, and in a world that, just glorifies freaking out success, at all costs, it's refreshing to know that we can rest and know that His power and His purpose will always prevail in our life. And as we achieve a level of success, we also know that we can be still and pause and understand that we have a God that covers us, that is looking out for us. And that is really what success means to me. If you reach the end of this video, like I always say, you are the MVPs. And I want to say a big thank you for watching, for commenting and subscribing. Make sure you share. Engage me in the comment section. If you have a topic that you would like to hear from me, drop it in the comment section and I will look to see if I can create a video about it. Thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye.